Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. Now for this video I'd like to review a Finnish horror movie that I watched just last night. Now the movie's from 2022. It was directed by Hannah Bergholm and it stars Siri Solalina as the main protagonist, a 12-year-old girl. And that movie is called Hatching. Now, as per usual, guys, before I say anything further about the movie and give me thoughts on the storyline as a whole, I'll just read you the blurb at the back of this edition, just in case you're not familiar with it. 12-year-old gymnast Tinja, played by Siri Solalina, is desperate to please her image-obsessed mother, whose popular blog presents their family's idyllic existence. One day, after finding a wounded bird in the woods, Tinja brings its strange egg home, nestles it in her bed and nurtures it until it hatches. Now, the creature that emerges becomes her closest friend and a living nightmare, plunging Tinja beneath the impeccable veneer of her family and into a twisted reality that her mother refuses to see. Hatching is a terrifying debut feature from Hannah Bergholm, heralding in an exciting new voice in horror. So there you go, guys. That's the synopsis for the 2022 Finnish horror movie, Hatching. It's all in Finnish, guys. There's no English audio, so if you get it, like, you know, you've got the English subtitles to read and that, yeah. Okay, then, guys, on to my thoughts now on Hatching as a whole. Yeah, it wasn't a bad little horror movie. If you like these sorts of movies, like foreign horror movies, very, very well done. Definitely one of the weirdest movies I've ever seen, you know, involving this young girl, this 12-year-old girl, you know, the gymnast, you know, and she gets this, like, nurtures this egg and that and hatches it out in the house and that, and this monstrous bird emerges, which later turns into like a kind of evil doppelganger of the girl, you know, Tinja. But it starts off basically like it was shown like this like seemingly perfect family, you know, the mother and that she seems to be the paragon of maternal perfection, yeah. But she's got a very, very dark side to her, the mother, because like what she's doing, she's a blogger and she's filming. She got all the family on the sofa when the movie starts, and she's filming a blog, you know, a video blog, to put on a blog online and that, and the bird, blackbird, crashes into the house through the window and starts wreaking havoc, flying all over. So the mother jumps up from the couch and she gets hold of the bird, and you think she's gonna, she strokes it, you think she's gonna let it go then, you know, out the window, but what she does, she twists its neck and kills the poor thing. So we see like the initial, you know, we see she's got a dark side to her, and that is borne out more and more as the movie goes on. She's a very selfish woman. She loves carrying on with other men behind her husband's back, and she's got this like unhealthy hold over her daughter. She wants her to, you know, succeed at all costs, to be this like sort of like top class gymnast, you know, because the mother herself used to be an ice skater, and she wants she doesn't stop at anything to try and get her daughter to succeed, you know, really become a top gymnast, yeah. So she's quite a ruthless woman, and as I said before about when she kills the poor bird and that, you know, an evil streak is revealed pretty early in the movie. But yeah, as I say, it's a pretty enjoyable horror movie. It's the special effects were good. The creature that hatched out the egg was grotesque. It's one of the most grotesque creatures I've ever seen. Not the sort of thing you'd like to meet on a dark night in the woods, yeah. This horrible, grotesque bird. And I must warn you guys, there's one or two pretty stomach-churning scenes in this involving the feeding of the bird. So I won't go into detail what that feeding comprises of. But if you've got a strong stomach, you might want to fast forward those parts. There's a couple of jump scares peppered throughout the movie, but it's a beautiful coloured movie, guys. Lovely setting and that, you know, the family home and that, and the garden and that, you know, and yeah, it's really, really lovely, you know, lovely cinematography, and it's a very, very much like also a coming of age story, because you've got the main protagonist, as I say, Tinja. She wants to break away from the shackles of a you know, a teen years, well, a young girl years, and she wants to become more and more independent and that, you know, break away from her family. So you've got that aspect as well. And you've got the sort of like surreal, questionable aspect as well, because like even though the bird seems pretty physical and that, you know, an actual physical creature, and then when it hatches out, it grows up further and it becomes this evil doppelganger of Tinja. You start wondering, is this all real, or is it kind of like metaphor for what's going on in the family. You know, I mean, the mother's got this hold over her daughter and that, you know, and she's to the exclusion of everything else. Very, very, very selfish one, as I say, you know, and as I say, you might think to yourself, well, it's this kind of like, it might be all real, it might be sort of kind of like, as I say, like a metaphor for what's going on in the family and that, you know, as I say, behind this like seemingly exterior of it, you know, family contentment and that. So there's that aspect as well. But yeah, very, very well done horror movie. It's not a fantastic horror movie, but it's a watchable one, and I am keeping it in my collection because it's a sort of movie that's got many layers and that, you know, with another watch and a rewatch. You're bound to find something new in it and that, you know, interprets it a different way. But yeah, it's yeah, pretty enjoyable horror movie. At first, guys, when I first started watching it, I thought I was a little bit, am I going to enjoy this? But as the story progressed, I got more and more into it, sucked into it. So, and as I say, like, the end was a little bit, bit questionable. Like, I suppose you'd need to draw your own conclusions from the ending. But yeah, it's very, as I say, it's one of the weirdest horror movies I've ever seen. Hatching, you know, involving like this bird, and I was like, when the bird flies into the house, I suppose you could look on it. The blackbird flies into the house and starts flying around. You could look on that as a kind of harbinger of doom, like Poe, like Edgar Allan Poe, like scenario. You know, flying into the house and wreaking havoc, and the mother twisting its neck and killing it. So you've got that aspect as well. But oh yeah, it's a very, very original movie, and it's not for everybody, guys. You know, I have seen a couple of YouTube videos, and some like it and some loathe it. But I wasn't crazy about it. But on the other hand, I didn't loathe it. You know, it's sort of like in between horror movie, but very, very. I say it's a real weird movie in that, you know. I'd say there's the family there. As I say, like, they're not all what they seem, you know. As I say, the mother, she's a very, very devious character, and she's just mad on doing videos and that, you know, trying to project this here that her family, everything in the garden's rosy, with a family, when in reality it's far from the truth. You know, nothing could be further from the truth. Yeah. Okay then, guys, on to me rating now for Hatching. I'm going to give it I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I think. Yeah, average horror movie and that. You know, it's not for everybody. You know, it's a kind of a Marmite movie, I suppose. But if you stick with it, if you watch it, if you go into it like, and you start getting a little bit bored, like I did at first, stick with it because it does get better. You know, very unusual movie, and I will be keeping it in my collection and watching it again. You know, but a lovely colour, none of this dirty dishwater colour that sort of like afflicts most horror movies these days. Yeah, so I say, but it's a crazy movie, yeah. But as I say, I must remind you again about those gross scenes with the feeding of the bird. Yeah, so just be aware of that. Yeah, turn your head away or fast forward when she starts feeding the bird. Yeah. Okay then, guys, that concludes my review of the 2022 Finnish horror movie Hatching. Have you seen this movie? What did you think of it? Did you think it was a pretty average horror movie? Let me know in the comments down below. Let's get a discussion going. Yeah. Oh, but yeah, it's real strange movie, this, guys, and that, you know, I haven't seen, you know, I can't really compare it to anything else and that, you know. And when the doppelganger appears, like when the bird grows into this doppelganger of the girl, you know, the main protagonist, Tinger. She's like possessed and that, you know, because she rampages around the house screeching her head off, and she's got like a demonic face and that, you know. So I like that aspect of the story, dressed in this nightgown and that, right, a little bit of The Exorcist and that, you know. Yeah, so there you go. Okay then, guys, that's it. I'll wrap the video up now. Yeah, you, if you like the video, please feel free to share, subscribe, comments. Take care, and I shall be back again very, very soon. Now, if you'll excuse me now, I'll just fly away. No pun intended. Ta-ta.